We are live! Not from a sold-out arena in Dallas, Texas, like the UFC, but in my living room for the UFC 185 recap and results show. What is up, guys? This is Chase Oliver here, bringing you a live thoughts on what happened tonight with UFC 185. I am not alone. With me is my Team Heel podcast co-host. Not only that, a man who runs his own awesome YouTube channel, the HeelSteven Show. HeelSteven.
Hi.
HeelSteven is here. And then joining me, a man who has been a loyal follower or subscriber of mine for a long time, tweets me during every UFC event, otherwise known to me as Drake Saxon, but Andre. How's it going, Andre?
Everything's good, man. That's
DeAndre, my bad, like DeAndre Jordan. Anyways, guys, UFC 185 happened in Dallas, Texas, minus some Eagle sucks chants. We got some good MMA tonight. I can actually come on here and say that. A lot of the fights, you could say, were one-sided. I mean, let's just face it. People just got dominated tonight. That's what we saw. It was just domination by a lot of people. But, yeah, that's what we got from here. What did you think, Steven? Do you agree that was mostly a domination night?
Yeah, it was. It was. I mean, the final, I guess you want to say the final. Yeah, pretty much, yeah, every fight was just dominant. I didn't watch the first fight. If anything, I came back and I saw the third round of the first fight. From then on, from what I've heard, though, I mean, every fight was just fucking dominant.
Yeah, it was all one-sided.
That is what you want, though. You think about it, yo. That is what you want, though, from a fight card nowadays. None of this, grabbing on, dry humping, every fight going to decision, people booing. You know what I mean, though? Like, come on now.
Yeah, you want at least entertaining, dominating fights. If they're going to be dominating fights, I'd rather see some dude beat the crap out of each other than just have it where they GSP someone, where they just lay on top and just grind their way to the decision. DeAndre, what did you think about the fights? Do you agree that they were one-sided and whatnot, or did you think some of the fights were more equal? Because to me, I just felt every fight was one-sided tonight.
no fight was nowhere equal tonight. I really liked the dominance. It was a great, good show. One of the most dominant UFCs I've seen like in a little while. So, and shout out to Overeem, though. He looks pretty good right now. So
yeah, we will talk about the Reem later on. We'll talk about the Reem. We were talking about, Steven and I actually talked about the Team Heel podcast, how we hoped the old Overeem showed up, and he did. But we will get to him as Henry Cejudo took on Chris Casario in our opening fight. This was for the flyweight. This was just a flyweight fight. Chris Casario is ranked number 5, I believe, in the flyweight division. And in all honesty, I'm not excited to talk about the flyweight division because the flyweight division, being ranked number 5 there doesn't mean anything special. Let's just be real here. You're ranked number 5 in the flyweight division. It don't mean shit. I mean, seriously, there's barely any flyweights in the UFC that are worth a damn. I mean, it's just Demetrius Johnson and then who else? This is Henry Cejudo's second UFC fight, I believe. He originally fought at bantamweight. In previous experiences, he tried to fight at flyweight but kept missing weight for victory, I believe. And Dana White said the only way he would sign this kid if he fought at bantamweight. He did. He didn't really like it. He decided to go down to flyweight because he realized, hey, I'm a bigger fighter, so I can dominate half these little midgets. And he's a former Olympic gold medalist in wrestling. He looked good. He's very talented. He talked about how he was fatigued after the fight, but he looked like he was $1 million, like nothing ever hurt him at all. So, yeah, he looked good. Definitely a good talent for the flyweight division. But for the most part, he's not exciting. He's just like every other flyweight in the division. They're not exciting to watch. They're just boring little dudes. They're like little welterweights going out there.
It's all fun
until
you get fed to Demetrius Johnson.
Until you get fed to Mighty Mouse.
Because everyone said the same thing about the fucking... Who was the guy that fought him before that? Carriazo, right? Everyone thought this guy was going to finish fucking Demetrius Johnson. And the guy before him, I forgot, I don't want to botch his name, but you kind of get the idea, right? Like, for a fact, somewhere down the line, this guy is going to get fed to fucking Mighty Mouse.
Yeah, Mighty Mouse is just such an experienced champion. I mean, this guy, yeah, he's a former Olympic gold medalist. He probably will have the wrestling edge over Demetrius Johnson. But if you just think about how many years Demetrius Johnson has been training in MMA and has been able to, just be on the top level of a fighter for this long, being the champion for this long, there's no way that this kid is ready to face Mighty Mouse in the future. There's just no way. DeAndre, what did you think about this fight?
The fight was boring. Was boring. Wasn't that exciting? But I'd like to see more of whatever he named, the former Olympic champion. So.
Yeah, Henry Cejudo. Yeah, that's the problem with the flyweight fights. You would think, like, if there's any fights that'd be entertaining, it's like these two smaller dudes going at it. But these guys fight so boring. It's like, no, you guys are supposed to be like the small little guys that we paid to see. I mean, I feel like the flyweights, bantamweights, and featherweights do not understand. We don't give a shit how technical you are. We just give a shit that you guys are small and you can kick the ass out of each other. That's just the thing. And it's like these flyweights just fight too technical, too damn boring. I just don't care all that much for the flyweight division. It's one of the useless divisions in the UFC, to me at least. Steven, do you agree with that?
Again, I agree, and I said it before, and I'll say it again. I think that the flyweight title is the TV title of the UFC, pretty much.
Yeah, it's always dependent on UFC on Fox.
Exactly.
It's always dependent on that. No one cares about it. Uri, what are your thoughts about the flyweight division as a whole? Do you like it or no?
Nah, I never used to like it. It's like the Divas division of the UFC.
That's even worse. It's even worse. Oh God.
I like it though.
Hey man, people are walking out of fights because of it. So I guess that's true.
Canada.
No, and they're going back to Canada with that as a co-main, right? For Burrell versus.
Well, to their credit, it's co-main eventing. It's not main eventing.
Yeah, I like that one show. Yeah.
Exactly.
So there you have it. That was the flyweight fight of the night. We also got the return of Alistair Overeem after beating up Stephen Struve. Roy Nelson was looking to rebound after getting his ass kicked by Mark Hunt. It was a fight between these two dudes. You knew this was going to be a striking battle. Overeem pretty much dominated this fight. Minus the third round where Roy Nelson caught him at the end. It was nothing. Reem just dominated. Reem looked like a beast. I mean, Roy Nelson took his punishment. Let's give Roy some props here. Roy Nelson definitely took some shots, and he looked like a beast doing it. But in all honesty, at the end of the day, it was all Alistair Overeem. Overeem just looked good with his punches. He was fighting a lot more smarter. The old Reem would have just, like, freaking put his hand down. And I'm not talking about the old Reem from Pride days and K1 days. I'm talking about the old Reem that was, like, after he beat Brock Lesnar and he started to become stupid in the ring. He would have just kept his hands down and he would have let Roy Nelson knock him out. But this new Alistair Overeem with Greg Jackson and Mike, what's his name, Windeldorf or whatever his name is? I always forget his name.
Mike Winklejohn.
Mike Winklejohn, this new Alistair Overeem, he's fighting like the old one. The one thing I will say is, like, even though Alistair looked really impressive, let's just be real here, people. He was fighting Roy Nelson. Roy Nelson's fat and one-dimensional. This dude is slow as hell. Alistair Overeem was just outspeeding him. He can't be doing this to the faster guys in the UFC. So until he fights someone that is a little bit more faster.
What was the fight where he ran?
Yeah, he was running.
People
run, Reem, run.
I'll be real, though. I'll be really honest, yo. Yeah, he did win the fight. Yeah, all you want. But I don't know what it is. I'm not a fan of Greg Jackson's Alistair Overeem.
What?
To me is the Reem that I knew and loved was Team Golden Glory's Alistair Overeem. That was the Reem that I fell in love with. That was the guy that went out there, beat the fuck out of you. This one is like, let's be honest here. All these Greg Jackson fighters, they're not known for finishing fights.
Yeah.
They're not known for, like, let's be honest, when was the last time you saw John Jones go out there and finish a fucking fight? When was the last time you saw Donald Cerrone go out there and finish a fight? You don't.
Yeah, Donald Cerrone used to be, that was like the only reason why they would put him on UFCs, was just because you knew that he's either going to get his ass kicked or he's going to finish the fight and look really good doing it.
When the last time Conda finished a fight? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, dude! I remember when Conda used to be like the actual way he lived up to his nickname, the Natural Bone Killer, where he would actually kill folks. Yeah, Greg Jackson is making it. Greg Jackson is making these guys fight a little bit too safe. I agree with you there, Steven. Go on.
I mean, again, don't get me wrong. I'm a fan of the guy all you want, but it's like, it's like you're programming these fighters to fight safe. It's like, I'll give you an example. GSP, right? Before Greg Jackson, he was fucking knocking fuckers left and right. Until what happened? He fought the fucking Italian Hobbit in fucking Sarah. He fought the Italian Hobbit, Matt Serra. Then what happened? He became the French Kermit the Frog. GSP greased St. Pierre. Goddamn sleeping pill. Becoming a Greg Jackson fighter. You know? But overall, though, I do feel, though, okay, yes, I'm happy that he won all you want, but I think the next fight for him should be him versus Dos Santos. That should be the next fight. Because honestly,
that's been a fight that people have been waiting for.
Do you really want Dos Santos to wait for the winner of fucking Kane and Verdun?
No, I don't even want to see Dos Santos and Kane again. That last time there was 2 fights, it was just terrible. Oh no.
You want to see, or if not, you know what? Do you want to see Mark Hunt versus Reem?
Oh no, not really. Okay, I get it. A lot of people love Mark Hunt, but like really, he would just get destroyed by this Reem. I'm just going to be real here. Alistair Overeem will eat him like a horse. No, I don't want to see Mark Hunt at all. At all. What about you, Andre? What did you think about this fight, DeAndre? I keep calling you Andre. I should just call you Dre. It's simpler. What about you, Dre? What did you think about this fight?
The Overeem fight?
The Overeem fight. Yeah, Alistair Overeem dominating.
Oh, like Steven said, it was like you said, it was against a fat big country, so I want to see him against a more quicker fighter like Dos Santos. But Overeem, he looks good, sharp, elbows, knees, everything. So I think it was a good fight. But Roy Nelson, he have a tough as shit, man. He have a strong freaking chin, man. I don't know if anyone else could have taken those shots.
Yeah, like I said, that's all Roy Nelson's kind of there for, though. It's just to kind of like either knock out the lower seeds or just put on, a good, entertaining fight with one of the higher seeds. Roy Nelson is never going to become a champion. If any of you guys think Roy Nelson will ever win a title, please give me the weed you are smoking, because I want to smoke that shit. Let me be honest here.
And another thing also, you notice how every Greg Jackson fighter has developed that oblique kick.
Yeah.
That's that right? Like, yo. I saw him like, what? Really? What? Like, I mean, again, this is just me. I like Reem and all. I'm just not a fan of this Greg Jackson's Alistair Overeem. Again,
it's not exciting as the Pride Overeem. It's not exciting as the Strikeforce Overeem.
Team Gold. I even put it on Twitter. Team Golden Glory's Alistair Overeem over Jackson's Overeem.
Yeah, but too bad. Overeem can't take steroids anymore. I wish, I know steroids are a bad thing in sports and stuff, and it's compared unfair advantage. But come on, steroid Reem was like the most fun to ever watch. I don't care what anyone says. Steroid Reem was fun to fucking watch. Who knows if he would beat the top level fighters like Kane or JDS? At least he was fun. This Reem, like you said, Steven, not really that fun to watch.
He looks like a light heavyweight now. 205 fighter.
Oh, yeah, he could. He used to fight around that range back in the old days. Yeah, in Pride, he used to fight around that range. He could still cut. He could still cut down there. I mean, if Anthony Rumble Johnson could do it, I think he can. No shit, exactly. Rumble's huge. But yeah, there we have it. Alistair Overeem wins. We all want him to see fight JDS next. That's like the most logical fight. That's like the fight people want to see. Make it happen, Joe Silva. All right, next up, former welterweight champion Johnny Hendricks took on the immortal Matt Brown in a fight where Johnny Hendricks was trying to rebound after losing the UFC welterweight title. Matt Brown was trying to rebound after losing to the UFC welterweight champion Robbie Lawler. So this was an interesting fight, because Matt Brown at one point was like one of the more successful UFC fighters. He had like a 7-fight win streak going on before hitting Robbie Lawler and losing to him, and now he's getting a huge opportunity against Johnny Hendricks. Steven can attest to this. When Hendricks lost the belt, I said that his next fight needed to be Matt Brown. That was the fight that he needed to take, and he took it, and he looked in great shape. He actually listened to Mac Dolce.
Actually, he didn't use Mike Dolce. Apparently, he didn't use Mike Dolce. But overall, though,
Oh, you didn't use Mike Dolce? Okay.
Are you convinced that hey, he should be the next in line? Are you convinced that yeah, he should be the next in line?
Not really. No.
Exactly. I'm sorry.
No.
Like, he even said
He didn't convince me to be next in line.
He's like, yeah, I won and all, but it's like, I'm not happy the way I did it. Like, he even said, like, I couldn't get in the first round. And like, I don't know what happened. Like, dude, like, really? Are you shitting me? But yeah, he was dominant, I guess, to an extent. He was the dominant of the two. He took him down like what, 8 times? Like,
yeah, 8 times.
Down.
Matt Brown tried. Like he only stuck like 1 or 2 takedowns, if anything, but he just wasn't having it. And Matt Brown would stupidly clinch sometimes during the spot. Like Matt Brown would be going in for some kill shots, and then he would just grab his head for a clinch. It's like, what are you doing? Why are you clinching with the national champion, Matt Brown? Okay, Matt Brown, you may have good jiu-jitsu, but Johnny Hendricks is a national champion wrestler. He knows what to do on the fucking ground. Why in the blue fuck are you clinching with him, you dumbass? God damn, Matt Brown's a dumbass of the night for sure when it comes down to it. But Johnny,
be a bonus now.
Yeah, dumbass of the night. You can eat. He's going to eat dinner with fucking Johnny Hendricks. Remember, Johnny Hendricks won the first ever dumbass of the night. How he lost his title, and I forgot who. And Daniel Cormier is also a dumbass of the night. So there you have it. The dumbass of the night for UFC 185 was Matt Brown for trying to clinch with Johnny Hendricks, which made no fucking sense to me. What a fucking moron. But other than that, Johnny Hendricks pretty much dominated all their versus by Hendricks at this point. Yeah, it's a trilogy. Yeah, both fights were good, but I'm not interested to see it right away. What about you, Dre? What do you think about it?
I gotta blame Matt Brown's corner. I didn't think they going there with a game plan tonight. How can you clinch with Hendricks? That's so stupid. I was shaking my head the whole time every time he was in the clinch, but Hendricks dominated the fight, but it was boring to me too. I thought it was boring, but Matt Brown, like you say, won dumbass of the night.
He won dumbass of the night. It's a tradition here on the Chase Oliver and Team HeelSteven show where we give people dumbass of the night because sometimes MMA fighters can be stupid. You people may think these people are smart, but no, sometimes MMA fighters can be stupid. And Steven, before we get into the co-main event of the evening, what other award does Chase Oliver like to give on this show?
All I know is the stupid award.
But besides the dumbass of the night, what is the winner? What is the other award Chase Oliver loves to give?
I forgot, dude.
Okay, it's the Prelim Hero of the Week award. This goes to the person who put on the most exciting prelim fight, in my personal opinion. And tonight's winner is Ross Pearson. Ross Pearson, I've always been a fan of yours, and I'm glad that you beat up Sam Hands of Stone Stout. The fact that Sam Stout is still in the UFC is ridiculous to me, but you beat him up in a good 2-round fight. Congratulations, Ross Pearson, prelim warrior of the night, the prelim hero. Go check out that prelim fight.
I'd say, speaking of him, I think if anything, who should be next for Pearson? I say Pettis.
Pettis? Oh, well, you're going to fear Pearson to Pettis just to give Pettis an easy win?
Or, hey, if not, you know what? What's the dude's name? Fuck. And Benson.
Okay, I'll take that. I'll take Benson. I'll take Benson and Pearson. I want to take, Pettis and Pearson. I mean, Ross Pearson's been doing well, but, feeding him to Pettis, that's not fair. That's not fair at all.
Hey, we all saw. We'll get into later. We'll get into the whole Pettis thing later.
Yeah, we'll get to Pettis thing later.
Guys, if you want to call in, the number's on the screen, guys. Simply call in.
Yeah, for real.
Toll free, guys. 718.
You guys can call in 718-473-0813. We have Ken Scott asking, do you play Clash of Clans? No, I do not. And then he also said you suck. Oh, you know what, Ken Scott? That wasn't very nice. Apologize in the comment section down below. But yeah, you guys, leave your questions about the UFC 185 and also call in if you want to. 718-470-0813. Steven will give me a heads up. 473. Yeah, it's in my thing right here. 718-473-0813. Toll free.
Just make sure you have a number. Don't call any private number.
Yeah, no unknown numbers on this show, baby. Now, the trend of this night so far was like the favorites were dominating. Like if you guys bet Vegas-wise, the favorites were dominating. And then the roles reversed. The favorites got totally owned in the next two fights, two title fights. First off, we had the women's strawweight championship, and I didn't even know this existed. I did not know this belt exists. I was like, the fuck? They have a strawweight title? I guess they named the champion on a season of The Ultimate Fighter. Carlos Esparza, the champion, took on Jonah Jurcevic. I hope I pronounced her name right.
Let's call her Joanna.
Jurcevic or something.
Jurcevic. Or JJ, Double J, Jeff Jarrett, if you want to go down that right, Double J.
Hold on. Is it me or does Carla Esparza look a little bit like Gail Kim?
Kind of. I don't really like to.
When I saw her, I'm like, yo, that Gail Kim?
Maybe she'll come out with the sword demons next time. Whatever her theme is in TNA right now. And this is not a wrestling podcast, but we do talk about wrestling on my channel. So if you guys like professional wrestling, hit that subscribe button. But Carla Esparza took on Jonah Jurcevic for the strawweight championship. Esparza was coming in as the champion, obvious favorite for this one. And Jurcevic pretty much decimated this bitch. Destroyed her. Freaking was just pounding the crap out of her. It was amazing to watch. It was amazing to watch, in my opinion.
It was a total mismatch, let's be honest here.
Yeah.
Completely mismatched, though.
Complete mismatch. They were totally, just Joanna girl was definitely bigger than her.
Yeah, completely.
She could easily be a fucking bantamweight. I'm sorry. She could easily be a bantamweight. But yeah, literally, just a complete mismatch. It was like literally Carlos Esparza could not get out of the fucking board game. You know what I mean? She couldn't get, anything going for her. Put it that way. And it really sucked. Think about it, right? Like, yeah, you're the champion. The first time defending it, you lose it in that fashion. You know
yeah, you lose it in a fashion where you got your ass kicked. Like that's how she lost it. She lost in a fashion where she just got dominated, and it's like. Especially because, the UFC went into a long ways, building this girl up. I mean, she went through the Ultimate Fighter system, which the UFC loves to shove down our throats. So, yeah, they love to shove down former Ultimate Fighter winners and talk about how great the Ultimate Fighter is. If you win that show, you're a future UFC star. And, she goes through this whole season where the whole season is built around winning that championship, and she just gets dominated in her first ever title defense. It's like, Jesus, way to make that season seem like it's worthless. Because just JJ chick wasn't even in the house. That's the funny part. This chick wasn't even in the house.
I think she was in Invicta.
Yeah, she was in Invicta, and then she signed during the season. When the season was going on, that's when she signed with the UFC. So, really, to be honest, it was kind of like, how legitimate was that season of The Ultimate Fighter if, clearly the best woman wasn't even in that fucking house? You just wasted our time, Dana White.
Now, do you guys feel like, she is now... the head on. Do you see anybody stopping this girl now? This Joanna girl.
Honestly, no. I'll tell you right now. Honestly, I'll tell you right now. I don't know because I don't fucking care about the strawweight division. I didn't even know this. Go on.
No, but I'm saying though, are you? Because I'll be real. If she fights, I'll tune in to watch her fight.
Yeah. No, she's definitely exciting. I'll watch her fucking kick someone's ass again for sure. But as in my knowledge of who can stop this girl, I don't fucking know.
I got a thing for Polish girls, so I got a thing for them. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, but,
there you go.
Yeah, don't be surprised, somewhere down the line they want to do a Ronda Rousey versus Joanna.
Oh God. Please don't. Please, that would just be stupid. I mean, unless Jurcevic goes on this tear where she's dominating everyone like Rousey is, no, I don't care. But as of right now, no, Steven. But that's just like me saying that because she looked really dominant tonight, and because I don't know shit about the women's strawweight division. I don't. I really don't know anything about the fighters in it. I have to do more homework and research. Like I said, Steven, on your show, I didn't even know that this belt existed. So how am I going to do my research if I didn't know this belt existed? Strawweight championship. When did they bring this shit in? That's what I said, and I guess they had a tournament for it, Ultimate Fighter season, that I didn't watch. And thank God, because that seems like a waste of a season, because the person that is a champion now wasn't even on the fucking season. Dre, do you agree with us that this was just a domination?
But wow, this was the best fight tonight. At least to me, the
Hmm.
domination was. Who the fuck trains this girl? She looked like
Hmm.
what campus? Who the fuck trained this girl, man? Her Muay Thai is A1, man. No lies. Her Muay Thai is A1. Her elbows, knees, kicks. I just want to see her fight again, kick someone else again, real talk.
Yeah, she can
You
strike.
know,
Like you said, her Muay Thai is on point,
But
dude. Like
her
her,
job is
stri-
like she have
her,
like yeah,
her strikes were amazing. Her strikes
she
were
have
amazing.
like the best job I seen in MMA in a while, real talk. Her job is flawless, though.
Like someone tweeted, like this was like T.J. Dillashaw versus Renan Barão 1, but worse, and it was. That's what to remind me while watching this fight. I'm like, oh my god, this is like watching T.J. Dillashaw just lay up the smack down on fucking Renan Barão. So yeah, congratulations to Double J, Jonah Jurchik, Joanna Jurchik. We'll learn to pronounce your name soon. Pretty damn sure we will because you'll be dominating fools for a while in this division based on my current knowledge. But anyways. Now we move on forward to the main event of the evening, UFC Lightweight Championship. Anthony Showtime Pettis defending his belt against Rafael dos Anjos. Steven, take it away. You called it. You called it in the Team Heel
I told
podcast, which, by
everybody.
the
I
way,
told
guys,
everybody.
well, hold up. Let me get the cheap plug in first. The Team Heel podcast you can check out in the description box down below. I am on there. It's a humble little podcast hosted by HeelSteven here. You can download it on iTunes and StitcherRadio.com. All right, then, Steven, go right ahead. Brag. Brag away, my friend.
I told everybody. I told everybody that Anthony Pettis has to be the shittiest defensive fighter in the UFC. He is. I'm sorry. He is.
Mm-hmm.
His defense is shit. It's complete, utter shit. If you don't believe me, look what happened when he fought fucking Gilbert Melendez. Gilbert Melendez fucking had him rock the first round. Had him literally backing up in the corner of the cage and shit. And if it wasn't for the second round, Gilbert went crazy and shit. If he would have dictated his pace, then Gilbert Melendez would have been the one fighting Dos Anjos tonight. However, Dos Anjos tonight went out there and fought a smart fight. This is what you fucking do. He fought a smart, intelligent fight. Let's put it this way, right? When I think of Anthony Pettis, I think of him representing the swag fags, today's generation of casual viewers. Oh, Anthony Pettis, showtime! It's showtime. To me, Dos Anjos is for the people.
Mm-hmm.
He's humble. He's for the people, and literally, he went out there and just did his thing. And I'm happy. I really am. I'm happy for the dude. For a fact there's gonna be a fucking rematch. Let's be real here.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a rematch. There's gonna be it. Because again, the UFC wants to market their brand around someone like Anthony Pettis.
Yeah, Pettis is like the dude where you market a brand around. Dos Anjos, yeah, he's good for us hardcore fans, but let's face it, he's like Daniel Bryan. Anthony Pettis is like John Cena. It's like how the WWE wants to market around John Cena and say screw.
People. Wheaties.
Yeah, exactly.
People.
Wheaties. Like Anthony Pettis is like eats Wheaties, the breakfast for fucking champions. That's how much the UFC wants to market around him.
It's funny that his brother, Sergio Pettis, lost his fight as well.
Yeah.
To some Benoit guy. I forgot to do his name, but I know his last name is, who's Benoit. Or we're gonna say Benoit. We can't say that name. We can't.
Yeah, we can't say that name. MMA or wrestling podcast. We cannot say that name on this channel. I don't know where Dre went.
The guy kicked Sergio in the butt at the end of the fight. But
Good.
yeah, literally, Serge fucking Pettis got outclassed. Dude got ripped. He got outclassed. He got humbled. All in one. His face told the whole. And it's funny because he walked out of the cage, right? He has the American, the Puerto Rican, the Mexican flag behind him and shit. Like it's some boxing entrance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And CM Punk was there at ringside and shit. I'm pretty sure now CM Punk making a phone call to fucking Greg Jackson. Yeah, Greg, I'm coming.
Yeah, Anthony Pettis is a loser. I don't know who trained him. Yeah, I know, because like Pettis, like for me, I've been saying it for the longest time. I think the dude is massively overrated by a lot of people. I think he's a talented fighter, no doubt about it. Oh, but I think he's overrated in an aspect where people like to
We got a
praise this
caller, G.
guy. Oh, we got a caller for
Yeah.
this. All right, cool. We got a caller.
760. 760.
You're on the air. What's up, man?
Hello.
Hello?
Who is
Who's
this?
this?
This is a person.
Who?
Who?
This is a person.
Is this my boy Muhammad?
What?
Is this my boy Muhammad?
No.
What's your name?
No, it's just a person.
Thomas.
Thomas?
Thomas? Hey,
Yeah.
Thomas. How are you today, Thomas? Where you from?
I'm from San Diego.
San Diego. Okay.
How do you have a 760 area code in San Diego? That's so random.
The world is Carmen San Diego.
San Diego. Oh, but anyways, Thomas, what you think about UFC tonight, man?
I don't watch that.
You don't watch
Why'd you call it? Hey, we talking UFC right now. Why are you calling in then, buddy?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's all right, man. In the future, I'll definitely have more wrestling videos where you can ask me some wrestling questions. Were you calling in to ask a wrestling question?
No, I'm just bored.
You're just bored?
Okay, so you decided to call in. Okay.
You decided to call it? It happens sometimes.
Thomas, do you mind if we ask how old are you? Okay, he's probably a minor. Okay.
Did he hang up?
Yeah, he hung up. Okay, that was.
Yeah, that's the fun with live calls, people. You get people with 760 area codes that live in San Diego.
People, don't be shy. If you're gonna call in, don't be shy, people. Parody Entertainer asked in the comment thread, do you guys think Anthony Pettis is overrated or is RDA just flat out better?
I think it's both. It's Rafiel dos Anjos. That's his nickname. Rafiel dos Anjos is RDA. It's his nickname. We got Dre back here. Dre also on Twitter tweeted me that he said Dos Anjos was going to dominate this fight. So Dre, go right ahead and make some bragging rights to me, because I was the only motherfucker who chose Pettis, because Pettis. Here's why I chose Pettis, people, because every time I choose against this guy, this motherfucker finds a way to piss me off, and I'm so glad that he lost tonight. But I'll get on my little Pettis tangent after Dre does his little bragging rights. So go ahead, you have bragging rights, Dre.
Right, what I said. I have Anjos because I could have seen Anjos was going to win this fight. Pettis is just like cocky, arrogant. I never liked Pettis, so yeah. Since Pettis lost, so I'm going to collect my little $200 in the morning to work, so yeah. He's more hungry.
Money.
He's more hungry to win this fight.
So you're happy because you won money, right, man?
Exactly.
Do the money dance. Do the money dance. Good for you, man. At least you won money. But anyways, to answer your question, Parody Entertainer, okay, Media Ams, shout out to Media Ams. He asked for a shout out. There's your shout out, my man. All right, Parody Entertainer, to answer your question, my friend, I think Pettis is overrated. I think a lot of people have overrated this guy for a long time. Is he a talented fighter? Yeah, just because of the Showtime kick that he did on Benson Henderson. Like, I think he's very talented. I think that he definitely has skills to be, a good MMA fighter. But when people try to put him on the class of being one of the best lightweights of all time and saying that he is, like in the realm of BJ Penn, in the realm of, so many other great fighters, that just pisses me off. Because, Anthony Pettis, he's not a guy to me that is at top 5 level. Okay.
We have a caller coming in as
well. We have a caller coming in, by the way. I'm so happy. CM Puke 101 commented on my videos. The Ryback man. I love this dude. What's up, my man?
Where are you from?
What happened?
Where are you from?
Thomas? Okay, Thomas. I'm from California as well. I'm from Los Angeles. 805. Represent. Anyways, Thomas, are you here to talk some UFC or not, man?
I'll listen.
Well, Thomas, you can listen via the video, my man. I'm sorry. Yeah. I know you want to call in, but if you don't have any MMA knowledge, I'm not going to let you talk on the show, man. Like, if you're a wrestling fan or sports fan, call into those shows in the future. But for this show, it's all MMA, my man, okay?
Yeah, bro.
All right. Peace, my man.
Deuces, bro. Okay.
But like I was saying, shout out to CM Puke 101. I'm glad that he commented on my videos. You're one of my favorite commenters, CM Puke 101. Anytime I see a Ryback post by you, I just love it, dude. So I'm happy that he commented on one of my videos. I'm so fucking stoked.
Ryback should go to WrestleMania.
Yeah, Ryback should win the Honor the Giant Battle Royale and then win the title. CM Puke would agree with me on that. But anyways, Perry, like I said, I think Pettis is overrated in a sense by people make him to look like he's really, really fucking good. When in all honesty, he's probably just, average at best. He can beat a lot of the dudes in the lightweight division. But when you put him against top tier talent, it's like Steven says. It's like most of the people overlook him. They know he's better than him, and they rush themselves in the fight, and then they get caught by some of his trickery. He's definitely a tricky fighter. Like, he can catch you with tricky-ass shit. But when it comes down to it, if you fight him at a pace where he's not comfortable, if you fight him at a slow, methodical pace where you're taking over, he's going to lose because he doesn't like to fight like that. He likes to fight in a scrappy style. Now, but when it comes down to it, with Dos Anjos, he is flat out better than Pettis. He is flat out better. Is he better than most lightweights in the division? I don't know. I think Khabib is better than him. I think he caught Diaz on a bad night. I think Cerrone on the tear that he's been on, Cerrone could match up well with Dos Anjos. I don't think Dos Anjos is going to be a dominant lightweight champion. I mean, he could be. He could surprise all of us and, dominate and hold that belt for a long time. But I don't see Dos Anjos being that type of guy. I mean, he's like that type of guy that wins the lightweight championship and then he loses to the next great next great champion. He's like Rich Franklin, I would say.
He's like a Buster Douglas almost. Like, yeah, he won the championship and then he dropped in the next fight, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's what I see happening. But again, it's not a dig at him, but it's like, hey, you did it. You know what I'm saying? You did it. You won the championship. Good for you. Awesome. But then again, we don't know. Who's to say that he's gonna have this long, successful run?
Yeah, he could be, like I said, but like to me, how I look at it, Dos Anjos, if I look at some of the other guys in the division, it's not like Dos Anjos, like I'm saying, like, oh yeah, he's gonna hold that belt for a long time. You know that? It's not like he's fighting in a terrible division like the bantamweight, the flyweight, division. He's not fighting in those ass divisions where there's barely anyone there. He's fighting in really good division, like the lightweight where there's just so much talent.
Who would have thought that Anthony Showtime Pettis, or I have to call him Anthony Penis, would have gotten outclassed?
I didn't think that, man. This fight would be close as hell.
I know he would have. I know you're gonna lose, but damn,
he got his ass kicked.
Again, the swag fag, Molly popping, all these turned
like he said,
buffoons are today they're silent. You know what I'm saying? All the Pettis bandwagon fans just quiet. They're silent today. You know what I'm saying? And let's be real here. It would have been a travesty if the judges would have fucked up this fight. Major travesty.
Oh yeah, we've seen it. We've seen it in MMA where there's like dominant performances and the judges totally go the wrong way with it. So I would agree.
One comment.
like
Future is live. Hey, my Ryback could you see the Puckster? Hey, Ryback, the Puckster, love ya to my PG Randy Orton. Okay.
Yes, what's up? PG Randy Orton, what's up, dog? But yeah, Dos Anjos dominated, won the UFC lightweight championship. I'm happy that he won because, Dos Anjos is not really one of my favorite fighters, but he's been someone that I've watched since like a long time. Like Steven and I like anyone who's watched UFC for a long time, you've always seen Dos Anjos around, and you just never knew if this guy ever had it. You just felt that he was just kind of there because, he's very good at Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and he has pretty good striking, so he can match up very well with a lot of the fighters, especially up-and-comers in the lightweight division. Like, he's definitely someone that you don't sleep on. He's definitely someone that, pushes the pace and makes any fight very entertaining. But I never thought he would win the lightweight championship. I never looked at Dos Anjos and think that he's going to win that title. And I'm glad he won it. It's always cool to see, guys that you grow up watching win, the championship. So good on Dos Anjos. What's next? Is Vitor going to win I'll freak out if Vitor and Anthony Johnson win their titles. Like I'll just freak the fuck out, man. I'll be like, what the fuck is this? Like all these bumps. It could happen. I don't like that stroke. I'm just saying because it's like it's weird watching these dudes who were like losing in 2009 on like the pre-show or sometimes the undercard, and now these guys are like champions. Like look at Robbie Lawler. I mean, Robbie Lawler used to be one of the most exciting young talents, had a rough spot in his career. Now he welterweight champion. Dos Anjos, had a rough spot in his career, kind of a guy that you didn't know if he could reach there. Now he's champion. And it'd be crazy to see Anthony Rumble Johnson and Vitor Belfort be champions. I mean, yeah, Vitor has reached the promised land before, but just be crazy to see Vitor as a champion again. What do you think about that, Dre? What do you think about that? Dre, you there? I think Dre went missing there. His thing is frozen. So his internet probably cut out. It happens. But anyway, Steven, we are done talking about UFC 185. Final thoughts on the show, my man.
I thought overall, a very exciting show.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
MMA is all about finishing fights, taking name, shocking the fucking world. Like I said before, Dos Anjos he's for the people. You know what I'm saying?
He's for the people.
He is. Let's be honest.
Dos Anjos 2016.
Hell yeah, 2016. Exactly. But let's be real. We all knew it was gonna happen. I do see a rematch, Carla Esparza and this Joanna Gra. I see it happening because again, hey, you're the first ever gonna want to have something like that. But then again, we don't know. I just do feel, Reem JDS should happen. Maybe, for the New Year's card, who knows, right?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. That would be a good New Year's card.
Or Labor Day,
JDS and Reem on there. So.
Or the Labor Day card for Labor Day. That could be it too. But this guy who beat Cariaso, I mean, I say him versus Ian McCall.
Yeah, that could be good. Yeah, Uncle Creepy needs to fight the Fab, so yeah, why not?
But that's that on me, of course. Overall, again, I'm happy.
Yeah, I thought this was a good. I'm happy. Dana pays me.
That's the big sport. That's the Lorenzo, then the Joe Silva. That's all I got.
Yeah. So Anderson Silva, we don't know what his situation is. Dre, are you back with us or not? Okay, I guess he's not back with us. Steven, it's time to run down the future cards of the UFC. The next up-and-coming card, we have a Fox Sports 1 card, UFC Fight Night 62 in Brazil. Damian Maia will face Ryan LaFleur. And Josh Koscheck is fighting Eric Silva. Oh, poor Josh Koscheck. Who did he piss off to fight Eric Silva? Holy fucking shit. But I'm just saying, who did Josh Koscheck piss off? Why is he fighting Eric Silva? That sucks. So, yeah, those are the two main fights coming up on that card. Then we have another Fight Night 63, Mendez versus Ricardo Lamas. Two former guys fighting for the title. Now they're fighting each other. That should be a fun fight. Chad Mendez takes on Ricardo Lamas. Other fights on this card that are worth of interest to mention. Jorge Masvidal takes on Alec Quinta. So that should be a fun one. Alec Quinta versus Jorge Masvidal. Two other lightweights that could also surprise some people. And we also have Michael Chiesa taking on Michael Clark, another lightweight battle between two young studs. Clay Guida is also fighting on this card, and same with Dustin Poirier. And Liz Carmouche, for whatever reason, is in the prelims. What the hell? Oh, and Gray Maynard's even in the prelims. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Then after that, UFC Fight Night 64. Gonzaga versus Crow Cop 2. This one is going to be in Poland, so Steven's going to be looking out for some Poland women there. The main fight, obviously, is Gonzaga versus Mirko Crow Cop. Crow Cop making his return to the UFC, and that's pretty much it there when it comes down to main value. Then we have UFC on Fox 15. Lyoto Machida taking on Luke Rockhold. We also have Ronaldo Souza taking on Yoel Romero. So Jacare is fighting on that card. Cub Swanson looking to rebound, taking on Max Holloway. And Felice Herring versus the new Golden Girl in the strawweight division, Paige Van Zandt. Paige Van Zandt is in New Jersey. She's the Golden Girl. It's like she's the strawweight equivalent. Like they want her to be like the most like well-known strawweight fighter. Like they've been shoving her down our fucking throats, Paige Van Zandt. It's true. It's true. I haven't seen this girl fight. Is she good? Yeah, I gotta watch some more fights of her. And then we have UFC 186, the card that Steven and I will be predicting right now. We have the return of Quentin Rampage Jackson as he will take on Fabio Maldonado. That's a fun fight. We have Michael the Count Bisping taking on CB Holloway. We have Yves Yojibori taking on Thomas Almeida. We have Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson defending his lightweight championship against Ryoji Horiguchi. And we have T.J. Dillashaw defending his bantamweight championship, taking on Renan Barão for the second time. Remember, T.J. Dillashaw took the belt from Renan Barão. And we also have Patrick Cote taking on Joe Riggs, Alexis Davis taking on Sarah Kaufman. Those are prelim fights. But anyway, Steven, let's talk about the main card. Let's predict this. Yal Jabori versus Thomas Almeida. I'm going to go with Thomas Almeida on this one.
Same here, Almeida.
All right, Almeida. Middleweight bout between Michael Bisping and CB Holloway. CB Holloway had his moments. I don't. Well, let me finish. CB Holloway looked like he was going to be something in the year 2015. He hasn't. He's a very, very underrated fighter, in my opinion. I won't be surprised if he can surprise Michael Bisping, but I can't count the count out in this situation, so I got Michael Bisping winning. The return of Quentin Jackson. Steven, who do you have? Taking on Fabio Maldonado. Maldonado.
If Maldonado is smart, he would take this fight to the ground. He would get Rampage on his back to start ground and pounding him. If that doesn't happen, then we'll go with Rampage.
So you're going to go with Quentin? I'm going with Quentin regardless, just because it's sick that Rampage is back in the UFC.
Yeah, wait till he gets taken down. Wait till he gets put on his back.
Wait, what'd you say?
Wait till he gets put on his back.
Okay. No. Don't say that. Rampage is going to win. He's going to win via triangle choke.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Rampage has submission skills. Didn't you guys know?
Can you imagine a cardio? You have Rampage winning by submission and knockout.
Jake Shields winning by knockout. That'll never happen.
Knockout tonight. Get a fight mode knockout tonight.
And then you have it where Demetrius Johnson actually has an entertaining showing. Oh, shit. Speaking of Mighty Mouse, Demetrius Johnson taking on Kyoji Horiguchi. Yeah, another hype train taking on Demetrius Johnson, Mighty Mouse.
Mighty Mouse! That's a warning. I'm already yawning. Mighty Mouse.
Yeah. He's a sleeping pill dog. And then finally, T.J. Dillashaw taking on Renan Barão for the second time. And this is actually an anticipated rematch. I won't deny it. This is actually anticipating, because Dillashaw dominated Barão the first fight. Now we want to see what will happen with Barão, coming at him stronger than ever. So this is actually an interesting rematch. Dillashaw has already defended the bantamweight championship once before. He beat some nobody scrub. So now he's actually facing someone that's worth his time. So Renan Barão versus Dillashaw. This was a tough one because Barão, he could easily bounce back, but Dillashaw just looks so good right now. His striking is just looking so smooth. I'm going to go with Dillashaw, but this time I say it's going to be a decision. I say it's a split decision.
Me too. I'm going with Dillashaw here. But then again, don't underestimate Renan either.
Yep. So there you have it, guys. That's when we'll be joining you guys next time here on my channel. We'll be talking about UFC 186, Dillashaw versus Barão 2. We'd like to thank you guys for calling in if you guys did. Sorry to that one kid, Mark, I believe his name was. He was telling me his name was Mark, not... No, he commented in the comment section. It's like, my name's not fucking Thomas, it's Mark. So I guess it was Mark. I'm sorry, Mark, for that. Yeah, he told me that.
Sorry, Mark.
Yeah, so... Yeah, sorry about that. And there you have it. We are moving on forward with this. Steven, give out your shout-outs.
Check this out. Where he
He said it like on the Google Plus thing, like on Google Plus.
I don't even see it here.
No, it's on Google Plus. It's on my Google Plus.
Oh, okay. Then.
Yeah, it's on the Google Plus.
Well, guys, you can check out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/HeelSteven, where I give my wrestling talk and sometimes MMA talk and combat sports talk. And be sure to tune in tomorrow for episode number 5 of the HeelSteven Show at 11:30 p.m. This a little later on today, because technically it's already Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
You can check out the T-Mail Podcast YouTube channel. YouTube.com/TeamHeelPodcast. We go live every Friday at 11:30 p.m. Your wrestling talk and MMA talk and just shit in general, guys. You can follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. Yeah, that's that.
I'll be on that HeelSteven show tomorrow, and you guys can follow me on Twitter at ChaseAuber68. If you want more videos from me, hit that subscribe button down below. Thank you, Steven, so much for coming on and doing this with me. Anyways, guys, I'm out of here. Hope you guys enjoyed UFC 185 like Steven and I did. We'll see you all next time for UFC 186. But if you want to catch more from Steven and I, check out Steven's channel, both the HeelSteven channel and the Team Heel podcast. We're out of here like Janice Titties. Peace.
That's my line.